What does it take really to become a professional bass fisherman? Good morning, guys and girls. September 17, reading from the Catch of the Day book on the Catch a Better Life channel on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel right now. Catch a Better Life. If you're a YouTube person, Jimmy Houston Outdoors, all capital letters on YouTube. We also post several of these over on our TikTok channel. We have over 100,000 people on TikTok now, almost 110,000 people on TikTok. And we've got over 1 million people total on our social media, so there's a lot of you out there. We thank every one of you very much. Please share these with as many of your friends as possible, because reading from the Catch of the Day book and the Catch a Better Life book will absolutely change a person's life for the better. Change a person's life for the better. Today, September 17th, we're looking at the book of Psalm. By the way, we post these at 5 o'clock Central Time every single morning, 365 days a year. The book of Psalm 11:5 said, "The Lord tests those who do right." Well, that's kind of scary right there, isn't it? The Lord tests those who do right. So the Lord's testing us. We get a lot of tests from the devil as well, but the Lord is testing us. Why in the world is he doing that anyway? Here's what I wrote about that back in 2005. In order to fish professional bass tournaments, all you need to do is pay an entry fee. How do you become a pro? You pay an entry fee in a professional bass fishing tournament. In order to fish at the very highest level of BASS or FLW, which recently joined with Major League Fishing, MLF, and there's another organization out there right now, I can't remember the name of it right now. In order to fish those top level organizations, you got to qualify. You got to qualify. Actually, you're tested at the lower levels before you can get in there and play with the big boys, really fish the big time tournaments, because it's a very limited amount of people that fish those. I think BASS is about 100, 101, 102. They'll let some of the guys like me get back in if I want to, because we've had so many, we qualified to be able to do that. But they'll usually let 1 or 2 or 3 of these guys get in that want to go in and fish maybe another year or 2 toward the end of their career. But you have to qualify to fish that. You have to qualify to fish FLW, MLF, that organization. You have to qualify to fish that also. And they don't even allow 100. They have less than 100 in there. We don't have to pass any test to become a Christian. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? We don't have to pass any tests. But once we join up, once we become a Christian, we are tested often. Tested often. And here's why. Here's the reason for all that. We are tested in order to be molded into the kind of Christian that God wants us to be. God wants us to be. I pray often, God, make me the kind of Christian that you want me to be. Make me the kind of husband that you want me to be. Make me the kind of man that you want me to be. The kind of father, the kind of friend. Mold me into what you want us to be. In order to do that, God's got to test us. God doesn't need any namby-pamby Christians. That's not what he's looking for. He's looking for big, bold Christians. He wants and uses Christians who have been tested by whatever life can throw at us. And life is a difficult thing to live. We can be happy every day. We can be sad every day. We can be all the way in between. We can be however we want to be, because we're going to have a lot of problems in life. We're going to have a lot of fantastically glorious things happen to us. We're going to have blessing after blessing after blessing every single day. But, buddy, we're going to go through some problems as well. We're forged into Christians who have patience. You're not just born with patience. We have to be forged into that. We're forged into Christians with perseverance. We're forged into humble people. Humble people. Testing causes us to be humble. We're forged into Christians who have forgiveness. We get in many, many situations in our life where we have to forgive somebody. We have to forgive somebody, or we're miserable if we don't. And we're forged into people of generosity and gratefulness. We're generous, we share, and we're grateful. We're so thankful for whatever we have. Whether we have a lot or whether we have not much of anything, we realize how blessed we are, and we're thankful for that. We're forged into all of those things that I just read. Mature Christians are tough. They're tough. That's all there is to it. Mature Christians are tough. They know how powerful our God really is, because he's brought them through all of those tough situations. He's brought them through all of those tests, and he's made better people out of them. He's made better mamas and daddies and grandmas and granddads and bosses and friends and husbands and wives. He's made better Christians out of the people that he chose to be his children. He chose us, and we accepted him. Guys and girls, ooh, that's amazing. Here's our tip for today. This is kind of a cool one right here, because remember I wrote this book back in 2005. If you fish from the bank, use a smart cast, wireless fish finder. That's right, they were available clear back in 2005. Actually, Humminbird made that one that was made back then, Humminbird, and is a smart cast. I don't know if they still make one or not, actually, to be honest with you. But now I know there are several out there on the brand. You see them actually on social media. You see them on TikTok and YouTube and things like that, where they have them, they're trying to sell them on there, and they're pretty inexpensive. But you actually have a fish locator that you can cast out on a line, and it will show you what the bottom is. It's a bobber type deal as it floats along the water, and it'll really help you if you're fishing from the bank to know what's right out there as you're fishing. And it's an incredible deal. You just put it on a rod, throw it out there, and you can actually read them on your telephone screens now. Back then we had to have a little monitor we looked at, but you could actually see that there on your television screen. Your iPhone. You see them on your phone nowadays. But I don't have any of the new ones that have come out. I did have those SmartCast locators. I used those back in the old days. They're pretty fascinating. Guys and girls, got to have you a great one. Fish lucky. And remember, I sure do love you.